Hello everyone, welcome back again to our channel Coders Arcade. So in this video, we'll be talking about the seventh experiment of DevOps VTU lab, which is about Ansible. Okay, Ansible is a tool for configuration management, and we'll be digging deep into it and trying to understand how it works, and also we will complete the experiment number 7 along with that. Okay. So before starting this video, I'd like to request all of you to please like and share our videos with your friends and family, and also at the same time, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon because that will help you to get notifications regarding the latest updates. Okay. So without any more further ado, let's get started. Okay. So as I said, today's topic is DevOps VTU Lab experiment number 7 about Ansible. Okay, so I will open a PPT now that I've made for you guys. Yeah, you can see here. So let me make it full screen. And okay, let me switch the display. Fine. Okay. So guys, let's try to understand first what is Ansible. Okay. So think like this. You are the coach of a football team and you want to pass on some instructions, some strategy, some ideas to a player or all the players to your entire team. So it will be really difficult for you guys to do it by going individually to all of them, right? So imagine you going one by one to all of them and doing this. So better, what we can do is we can have an assistant who will do it for us. Okay? That assistant will take your strategy and deliver it to the entire team. Similarly, Ansible is also like a agent or assistant that helps a system admin or a DevOps engineer to manage or configure many systems. That means your system admin or the DevOps engineer can provide lots of instructions, and also you can download and install lots of softwares in different machines at the same time. For that, you can see here we use a file that is called the playbook file. It is a YAML file, YAML. Okay, we'll talk about that very soon. Don't worry. Fine. So, simply put, Ansible is a configuration management tool which helps a DevOps engineer to provide instructions for what and all things you have to install in lots of different systems or machines. Okay. So, got it? So, your system admin can do it from one system to lots of servers. It can be one system or lots of systems. Those systems are actually called hosts that we will know right now. Fine. So here is the system admin, DevOps engineer. What he will do or she will do is he will have a host machine where he or she will set up Ansible, install Ansible, create a file called inventory, create another file called playbook, which is a YAML file, and then run all the playbooks. And what will happen? Whatever is written on that playbook, all those instructions will be executed on the host systems. Got it? So the systems where the instructions are run are called the hosts, and the system from which or via which the instructions are run is called a controller. Okay, I hope you have understood this. So it's very simple. I hope you have understood. Okay, let's go to the next slide. You can see Ansible is an open source automation tool. Okay, you can use Ansible to manage one or many computers at once. Okay, either you can have multiple hosts or you can have a single host also. It really is based on your choice. And Ansible can do tasks like configuration management, application deployment, infrastructure setup, etc. etc. There are lots of things you can do with Ansible. Okay, so now the details about the resources to manage hosts or the systems where you want to run the instructions is kept in a file called the Ansible inventory. I told you, right? The file is called the inventory. Okay. All the details of the machines is kept in the inventory. Fine. And the instructions to run on hosts are kept in a YAML file called Playbooks. Okay. So playbook is the file having the instructions, and inventory is the file having the data of the host machines. Hope you are understanding this. Okay, so we will understand it even better when you are doing practically. Now you can see when a playbook is run, connection is made to the host systems and playbook instructions are executed on the host. So I think this is very clear. When we run the instructions, all the instructions from the playbooks are run on the host machines by looking at the inventory file. Okay, did you understand? And you can see here Ansible is written in Python, PowerShell, and Shell. And you can see it was originally written by Michael Dehan and it was later acquired by Red Hat in the year 2015. These are some important theory topics that you should know about Ansible because they might be asked in your interview as well. Okay, so let's get going. You can see that the word Ansible actually came from 1966 novel called Rockenon's World by Ursula K. Le Guin. Okay, and the meaning of the word Ansible was answerable. Okay, actually, the novel or the book that was written, there was a machine which was used to interact with stars, and that's why the idea came like we will have a system which will interact with other systems. That's why it is said Ansible, in short for answerable. So that you have to remember. Okay, someone might ask you, so it is good to know that. Now, let's see how Ansible works. Okay, as I already told you, we have a controller machine and we'll have host machine. And you can see here, as I told you, the controller is the machine where you run Ansible commands or playbooks. Okay, Ansible controller is the machine or server that manages the configuration and deployment of software to other machines. This we have already discussed. Okay, you can see the controller can be any machine that meets the requirements for running Ansible, such as a laptop, a desktop computer, a virtual machine, or a cloud based instance. It can be totally anything. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, and let's see about the host. Ansible host is any machine that Ansible is managing. That means whichever machine the controller is managing is called the host machine. Okay, it can be a physical server, a virtual machine, or a cloud based instance. Anything, it doesn't matter. Now you can see they are connected via SSH, that is secure shell connectivity. Okay, this you have to remember. We'll see examples in a while. You can see from the controller, we do SSH into the host machines. Here you can see in the diagram, we have host 1, host 2, host 3. Okay, everywhere from the controller machine, we are doing a SSH to connect there. Fine, and you can see the controller machine is called the management node and the host machine is called the managed node. This you have to remember. Okay. Then in the controller machine, we have the inventory and the playbook. The inventory has the data of the hosts and the playbook has the instructions that need to be run on the machines. Okay. And you can see here, the inventory file lists the IP addresses or domain names of those servers or the hosts and categorizes them under a group, example group A. So there can be database servers, there can be web servers, etc., etc. So you can easily configure them and keep them in separate groups. Okay, and you sometimes might also have to specify some properties for each server, such as the username and password needed to connect it over SSH. Okay, so you might need to specify some other things also. Okay, so after that, we have the instructions in the YAML file, playbook, and we have the data or the information about the host machines in the host.ini file, the inventory file that you can see. Okay, and once you have defined your inventory, you can write Ansible playbooks that target specific groups or individual hosts. It can be single system, it can be multiple systems. Okay, for example, you can see you might write a playbook that installs a web server software package on all hosts in the group A. Okay, you can do that. Suppose I have lots of machines where I want to install Windows. I can do it by using Ansible. Okay, now let's see how Ansible actually works and I will show you how to set up Ansible controller machine. Okay, And we'll also see how to set up Ansible host machines. We'll try to connect between controller and the host. That will be our agenda. And we will add a host and playbook file on the controller as we have discussed. Okay. And we'll run the playbook to configure the host machines. So as you saw, we will convert all the theory that we have learned till now into practical. Okay. So here is the idea again. Controller machine, and we have two host machines where we'll be running some instructions. Okay. How do you do it? By using the playbook file and the host file. Okay. And obviously I have told you we do it through the SSH connections. Okay. So for that, we'll be needing Linux machines for this demo. Okay, please remember that. And I will be using Vagrant. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. And you can also use Linux machines or set up using any cloud platform like AWS or Azure. It's totally your choice. But I'll be using Linux or virtual machines. Okay, so you can see here, I'm going to use Vagrant to create virtual machines. Fine. And in any case, the processes and steps will remain absolutely the same. So you need not worry. If you're using Windows also, if you're using Linux also, it really doesn't matter. In everything, almost 99% of the commands will be similar. Fine. So in the host machine on our local system, what will you do? We'll have Vagrant. Okay. And after that, we'll create three virtual machines. One will be the controller, one will be the host, and another one host. So two hosts, one controller. And then we'll do the operations. But before that, we have to understand what is virtual machine, what is Vagrant, and how Vagrant works. That is very, very important. Okay. So first of all, let us understand what is a virtual machine. Imagine you have a box full of toys. So in that box, we can have different kind of toys, right? We can have soft toys, we can have some electrical toys, we can have any kind of toys. We can have, say, ninja toys, etc., etc. So multiple different kinds of toys in that box. Fine. Similarly, in our operating system, we can use a hypervisor to create different kind of operating systems on top of our own operating system. Okay, so in our operating system we can have multiple different kind of operating systems by using virtual machines. Okay, these are called virtual machines. Got it? So you can see our system will be called the host, and on top of that we will have different operating systems which will be using the resources of our own system. Let us try to understand how it actually works. Okay, so we have the hardware. On top of that, we'll have our host operating system. Suppose in my case I have Windows, and on top of that we'll have a hypervisor. That is a very important software. Okay, for example, we'll be using VirtualBox. You can use anything. I'll be using VirtualBox. And guys, I will tell you the link for the videos where you will get installation links for the VirtualBox installation, and also how to install Ubuntu in the VirtualBox. That also will understand. Okay, so what I was saying is, we have your hardware. On top of that you will have the operating system which is for your host. On top of that you will have a hypervisor which actually helps you to create virtual machines. And you can see, with the help of the hypervisor, utilizing our own system resources, we will be creating multiple virtual machines. Okay, so you can see here, a virtual machine is a software based computer that runs inside another physical computer called the host machine. Okay, and the virtual machine is actually created and managed by a special software called the hypervisor that I told just now, which is installed on the host machine. So the virtual box or the hypervisor will be installed in your own system. Fine. The next thing, the hypervisor provides mechanisms for sharing the physical resources of the host machine among multiple VMs or virtual machines, so that each virtual machine can have its own isolated and secure environment. So here you can see all the three virtual machines will have their own independent secure environments, and they will be using the resources of our host system only. Okay, I hope this is clear now. So you can think like this. It will be a operating system which will be working on top of our own operating system. So on top of Windows, you can install Linux also. Similarly, on top of Linux, you can install Windows also. Fine. So there are lots of platforms for VM platforms: VirtualBox, EC2, Azure, Google Cloud, DigitalOcean. I will be using VirtualBox. And guys, in our channel only, let me show you in our YouTube channel only. If I go to CodeCircuit, okay, here is our channel, and what I'll do is here I will type VirtualBox and search, and you can see this is the video, guys. Installing Oracle VirtualBox on Windows 11. You can go through this video and try to understand how to do it. And after that, you can also see the second one, installing Ubuntu 23 on Windows 11 using Oracle VirtualBox. That means on top of our Windows, how to install a different kind of operating system by using the hypervisor VirtualBox. Okay, so here VirtualBox is the hypervisor. Fine. So these two videos you can follow. I'll give the link in the description. Don't have to worry. Okay. And now let's get started again with this. Let me swap this. Okay, fine. So as I said, as a system engineer, normally if I have to manually go and do every installation in the VMs, it will take a lot of time. So we need to do setup for each machine separately. Manual configuration will be error prone. So that is really difficult. So you can see it will be difficult to create identical environments on multiple VMs. So therefore, you can see start, stop, update, configurations, duplicating, etc. will be manual, time consuming, and error prone. So therefore, what we do, we use a provisioner called Vagrant. Vagrant is also an application that helps to run different kind of virtual machines on top of our own operating system by using a file called Vagrant file. Okay, you can see all the details for VMs in a single file called Vagrant file. That Vagrant file will have all the configurations and software details can be added. You can add everything, and you can see with a single command called Vagrant up. We'll just write a single command called Vagrant up. All VMs will be created on top of the physical machines. So it's very, very simple. Okay, got it? I hope it is clear now. So fine, you can see all setup and configuration will be done on VMs. VMs are ready to work. So it's very simple when you do it using the Vagrant provisioner. Fine. So let's try to understand what is Vagrant. So on our operating system or on our system, we install Vagrant, and then we have a file called Vagrant file. Okay. We write a command called Vagrant init. When we write this command, we get a file called Vagrant file. What happens there? It will give you option to choose some things. What is the provider that you need? Okay. What is the image of the operating system that you need? And which provisioner are you going to use? Okay, got it? So that means you can decide which provider you will use, which image of Windows or Linux you will use, any Ubuntu version you can use, and which provisioner. By provisioner, I mean the VirtualBox, it can be VMware, it can be AWS Cloud, it can be Google Cloud, it can be Azure, it can be OpenStack. Okay, and then which configuration management tool will you use? We have learned about one configuration management tool just now, that is Ansible. Okay, so the provider will be VirtualBox to create the VM, and we will run Ansible for the configuration management on the VMs. And then when we use the Vagrant up command, see, automatically we will get the VMs up and running very smoothly. Okay, so this is the use of Vagrant. Very, very simple and very, very easy to understand. We'll see a demo, then only you will understand that. Okay, right now it is going a little bit of theory, but I bet you when we understand the practical, it will be very easy for you. Fine. So what is Vagrant? Vagrant is an open source tool written in Ruby. Okay, it helps us to automate the creation and management of virtual machines. Manually installing everything is very tough and tedious. So it really helps to automate the creation by just writing Vagrant of command. The configurations will be written in the Vagrant file and we'll get it running in a moment. It might take some time depending on the system, but normally it happens very quickly. Fine, you can see, you can specify the configuration of a virtual machine in a simple configuration file. That file is called the Vagrant file. Okay, and then you can see, create the VM with using simple Vagrant command called Vagrant up. Okay, so you can see, can control VMs from command line using Vagrant commands. There are lots of commands that you don't have to remember. Some of them I'll tell you in this tutorial. Okay. And you can see Vagrant was first started as a personal side project by Mitchell Hashimoto in the year January 2010. Okay. Some important topics or points about Vagrant I'm telling you. The first version of Vagrant was released in March 2010. Okay. So Mitchell formed an organization called HashiCorp to support the full-time development of Vagrant. Okay, and all the Ubuntu releases, Windows releases, we will download from this website only, the HashiCorp website only. Okay, and then now, guys, if you want to learn how to install Vagrant, then you can stick to this part. Otherwise, you can skip this part and directly go to the Ansible demo. Okay, in this part, I will be showing you how to install Vagrant, or I'll be at least guiding you with the installation part, how to use it, and I'll be showing you how to make a Vagrant system up and running. Okay, so you can see what topics we'll learn in this part. If you are okay with this, if you have already installed Vagrant, then you can directly go to that part where I am telling you the Ansible demo, which is dedicated to the experiment number 7. Fine. So here we will see how to install and set up Vagrant Windows and Mac OS. Okay. So it's the same thing in either Windows or Mac. It really doesn't matter. Fine. We'll see how to install VirtualBox, but let me tell you, I have already shown you the video link. Go there and learn how to install VirtualBox. That I will not do here. Okay. And we'll see how to create and run virtual machines using Vagrant. Fine. Okay. And we'll go inside the virtual machine and run commands. That we can do. Right. And after that, you can see these are the commands: install VM, start VM, connect to VM, stop VM, destroy VM, check status. All these commands, we can easily do it. Fine. So you can go to this URL. I will show here. I'm just clicking here on this link and you can see it directly took me to this. And from here, you can just download this version and install it. Okay. It is a very simple installation, guys. Just next and finish. And after that, go to your terminal and you can type this Vagrant version and you will get the version of Vagrant. See, it is 2.4.3. Guys, as I told, go to this URL Vagrant and you can install any version. For Windows, for Linux, it is like this. You can see this is the command that is given here. Okay, you can use this one. Otherwise, you can download this and just go next and install. It's very simple installation. Okay, so after that, we have to select a provider. Vagrant has direct support for VirtualBox, Hyper-V, and Docker. Okay, any one of them you can use, and then you can create a new folder for the Vagrant project. So let me do one thing. Let me just minimize this and show you in my D drive. Let me open this and go to my directly. I will do like this in my command prompt only. Let me show you. I'll go to CD, or let's go to D drive first. Let's say CD Vagrant project, and I'll say, let me see what is there in this so that you can see. You can see, guys, we have a Vagrant file. Okay, and now let me go back to the PPT and let me just say maximize this full screen and We were here, right? In this part. Yep. Fine. Here. After installing, we need to create a new folder called Vagrant project. After that, we will write a command called Vagrant init. Okay. I will share this PDF to you in my Google Docs. Okay. You can just follow it from there. Okay. In the description, there will be a link where this PDF will be given. Okay, you can follow all the instructions from here, and if you get any issues, let me know. But I don't think you'll be getting any issues because everything has been written here from scratch. Okay, you have to run this command called vagrant init. It will give you a vagrant file. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just go to that folder or command prompt again. You can see vagrant file is there. Okay, so let's do one thing. I'll clear the screen, and if you want to see what is there in that file, let's do one thing. Let me minimize this, escape, and otherwise you'll not understand. That's why I'm doing this. Let's go vagrant project, open this, and let me show you this vagrant file. Okay, open with, say, Sublime text. See what is written here. See, vagrant.configure to do config.vmbox equal to CentOS7. This is the operating system of Ubuntu version that I want to install in my virtual machine. That is, this is the virtual machine I want to create. You can see config.vmbox equal to CentOS7. You can write Ubuntu, any image name you can write. Okay, all these things you will get here. So let me again start from this. Fine, you can see. Choose a box. You can choose a box from this URL. Let me open this URL for you so that you can understand. Okay, you can see here. Any kind of box that you want, you can see there is HashiCorp Bionic 64. You can see HashiCorp. Any image you want, you can just type it from here. Okay, you can search from here also if you want. Got it? So after that, you can see when you say vagrant init, a vagrant file has been created, and I showed you the content already. If you can see here, this was the content, right? This is the content of the vagrant file. Okay, and then what will happen is the configuration has to be added. So here you can see Ubuntu / Bionic 64, or I have written CentOS 7. Okay, you can use any one of them. I have used CentOS 7. Fine. And then let's go back and see. See here, vagrant init CentOS 7. So what will happen? Automatically a virtual machine will be up. How do you do it? By writing this command. See, start virtual machine using command vagrant up. So here I'll go to the terminal and I'll write vagrant up. Okay. For my case, my provisioner is the virtual machine or the virtual box. So I will open virtual box here and show you what is happening. Okay. Virtual box. Oracle virtual box. Let me open that. Guys, you can install virtual box from the video link that is given in YouTube. Okay, I'll give the link in the description also. Please go there and try to install, because if I show the installation again, this will become a very, very large video. So I don't want to do that. Okay, let's go back to the terminal. Right now you can see all the VMs are powered off. So what I'll do, I'll see here, you can see a new version of Vagrant is available. That is fine, no problem. You can see checking if box is up to date. Everything is fine. It's working and fine. Got it? Let's go back to this one and see config.vmbox equal to CentOS 7. Okay, and see here, it's actually creating a new virtual machine, and by name you can see the name is default. Okay, because we have not set any name, and you can see the username given here is Vagrant. That is the name automatically. Okay, So please remember this. Wait for some time, it will take some time sometimes. And you can also see, guys, I am also following all the instructions from here only, nowhere else. So let's go back there and see what happens. See, it's actually running this. So now this is the username. So what I'll do is, after getting this, you can see Vagrant status. Let's see what it says. See this. The VM is running. To stop this VM, like this. And now if you want to go inside that, you can write Vagrant SSH, press enter. By writing SSH, we will directly enter into that virtual machine. You can see here, last login. This is the name, vagrant@vbox. Okay. Now if I see ls, there's nothing. Okay, it's empty. So clear and go back here. Let's see here. Okay, in the PPT, you can see after this, by Vagrant up, and you can see this are the commands that were happening, right? Remember? And after that, what did you do? We did a SSH. I'll show you here. You'll understand. See, SSH into the virtual machine using Vagrant SSH. If you have a particular IP address, you can write Vagrant SSH any particular IP address name. Otherwise, you can just skip it. Okay, and these are lots of commands, guys, that you might need. So if you want, you can refer them. But for the timing, for our experiment, it is not so important. If you want to really learn more about Vagrant, you can do it. Okay, these are lots of commands that I've given. Okay, there are lots of other things that you can understand about this. Fine. So, guys, this was how we had installed Vagrant. And if I go to my virtual box, you can see that there is a Vagrant project default running. You can see this, right? Running. Observe this green color. Now, if you want to stop this virtual machine, what you can do is, first of all, you have to exit this. When you exit, it will log out. See, done. Now, you can say Vagrant halt to stop this. Okay, it will say attempting graceful shutdown. So it will try to shut it down, and after some time, it will shut it down. See, okay, now if I go back there and see it is powered off now. Got it? That is how it's so easy to create a virtual machine using Vagrant. Hope you understood. So Vagrant helps you to create multiple virtual machines. Now I have created one. In the Ansible demo, we'll create lots of them. Okay, got it? So now we will learn how to actually create three virtual machines. That is our controller and the two host machines where we will be running Ansible in my host to perform some instructions into the host machines. Okay, that we'll see now. Okay, so now let's see the Ansible controller machine setup. Okay, so now that you have understood about Vagrant and also we have done all these things, so you can see here it says install VirtualBox and Vagrant on your local machine. That we have already done. Okay, now next step, you can see open a terminal and navigate to the directory where you want to set up Ansible project. Okay, I will just guide you through the steps like this, and you can follow ditto exactly like this, so that you can just select any of your drives, maybe C drive, D drive, or E drive, and create a folder called Ansible project. Okay, and then in that you can see we have to create a directory called Ansible controller. Okay, I have already done this, but I'm just going to tell you all the steps that you have to do. Okay, and after that, you can see you have to navigate to the directory and create a new file called Vagrant file by running the command vagrant init centos/7. Okay, this is the operating system that we are trying to create, and the Vagrant init command actually generates a Vagrant file. Okay, guys, every single step is given in this PPT, and I'll convert this into a PDF and share it to you. Don't worry about it. You can easily understand all of this, and also if you can follow this video, you will obviously understand all the concepts on all the steps also. Okay, so after this, you can see this is the configuration that you need in the Vagrant file. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just escape, go to my terminal and show you something here. Okay, so I'll go to my D drive and I'll just cd to Ansible demo, and you can see if I see the dir, I have Ansible controller and Ansible host, and if you can see in the PPT also you can see Ansible controller and Ansible host, that will come later. So for the timing you can see I have Ansible controller. Okay, and if I cd into Ansible controller and if I see dir, you can see that I have a Vagrant file. That was the step that we had, right? Remember, see, Vagrant init command created the file and automatically we have this configuration inside it. This is the configuration, guys. Please, you have to remember this, or else I'll give you this. You can type it down on the Vagrant file. Okay, so now I'll just go to that folder and show you. If you just see, if I go to D drive and if I open my Ansible demo folder, let me just show you. See here, in this I have Ansible controller and Ansible hosts. Inside Ansible controller, you can see there is a Vagrant file. If I open this in Sublime Text, you can see Ansible controller. This is the syntax. I will share you all this data in the PDF only, guys. Don't worry about it. And you can see the host name is controller. You can see, and the VM box, the version is CentOS 7. Okay, and what are we actually installing in the VM, the virtual machine? We are installing the latest version of that system, and also we are installing Ansible. You can see here, right? See, Ansible Y. So sudo yum install Ansible -y. These are Linux based commands which you can learn. For the time being, you can just try to remember them. Okay, just sudo yum install April release -y and sudo yum install Ansible -y. Fine. So if I go back here and show you, let me just maximize this. So now I hope you have understood this, right? This is the thing that we have here. Next thing, you can see when we write Vagrant up, it will automatically up this system. Okay, so I'll also go there in the terminal and here I'll just say Vagrant up, because the Vagrant file is already configured, right? So I'll just say Vagrant up. This command you already know. So once we are doing this, what happens? The virtual machine will be up and running. So I'll go to my virtual box. You can see the Ansible controller is powered off, but because of that command, it should be up within a moment. Okay, let's wait for some time and let it start. You can see here it is bringing the machine up. You can see it is giving the IP addresses, everything here. Okay, it's bringing the machine up. Let us wait, and in the meantime, let's go to VirtualBox. You can see, guys, Ansible controller is running now, so it is up. Okay, just let's wait for some time. It can take some time depending on the speed of your device and also depending on, because this is a virtual machine, not the original machine. It is working on top of your operating systems, right? So it is using the resources of your system. That's why it might be slow sometimes. So you have to bear with it, no problem. Okay, you can see this is like this. Now I'll just say to go into that, let me clear the screen and say CLS and I'll say Vagrant SSH, enter. Now it should go into the VM, Ansible controller VM. Let's see. We know this command, right? Because there is only one big virtual machine that is up right now, so it will automatically go into that. You can see, guys, the controller machine is active now. It is up. Okay, this same controller machine, I'm inside this virtual machine, this one. Okay, so here I can easily see whether Ansible has been installed or not by saying Ansible space hyphen hyphen version. Let's check, because we gave the configuration, right? Let's see if it works or not. Yeah, see, guys, it says all these things are given here. See, config file equal to this and configured module this, and you can see Ansible needs Python, so you can see even Python also has been installed. All these things are absolutely working fine. And see the version also, it is 2.9.27. So this is how you can install using the YAML file. So what we did using the Vagrant file, if you see again, using this Vagrant file, we installed Ansible and we validated also. So this is working absolutely fine, right? Now let's go back to the PPT and let's again start this, and you can see here this is how it worked, right? So this is what we got right now. We have got into the controller machine. Now you can see we saw Vagrant SSH and we checked the version. After that, we have to create a directory for your Ansible project, okay, in the virtual machine, okay, and by running this command and mkdir Ansible projects. So guys, this is already done. So I'll just show you here. You can see if I say ls, you can see there is a directory called Ansible project already. I have done it. I'm just showing you so that you can believe whatever I'm doing, I have done it actually from the PPT only. Okay, so I'll just say cd Ansible project, press enter. I'm inside that. Now if I show you ls, you can see there are two files, the hosts and the playbook files. Let's go back to the PPT and you can see create a new file called playbook.yaml. This file will contain the tasks you want to perform on your managed host. Remember we said that the host will have the data of the host machines. Okay, the playbook.yml will have the task and the host will have the information about the host machines. How many nodes you are managing, those node data will be there. Okay, and whatever commands you are going to run will be on the playbook.yml. Fine. So now you can see, let's see. Inside this, what we are told to do. You can create a new directory inside Ansible project. Okay, you can see Ansible host or something. So if I go here, what I'll do is now I will open a new tab or new command prompt here. I will again go to D drive. I'll go to Ansible demo. Let's say ls, or let me see the dir. What do you have? You can see we have Ansible controller and we have a second folder called Ansible hosts. Let me go back to the slide. You can see navigate to your Ansible project folder or Ansible demo folder. See, we are inside our Ansible demo folder. Inside that I have Ansible controller where we are already having this virtual machine running, this one in a different tab, and now here I will go inside this folder Ansible host that is also already created. You have to create it using the command called mkdir Ansible hosts. Okay. After that again we'll be creating two more VMs. See, the two VMs will be named. One will be the web, one will be the database. One is a web server, one is a DB server. Okay. And you can see we have given separate IP addresses. You can see 192.168.33. This is same. The last part you can see it is 10, and for the second one it is 11. So for the web one it is 10, for the DB one, the database one, it is 11. Okay. And you can see the Default port is 8080. You can see here. These instructions will be with you, so you can check here. If I just go back here and if I go to cd Ansible hosts, not controller, if I go to hosts and if I say dir, you can see I have a Vagrant file. So let me just go there manually and show you. You can see Ansible hosts is here. If I open the Vagrant file, you can see that there will be configuration for two VMs. Okay, let me open it with Sublime text only. You can see, guys, this is the syntax. VM box. The operating system we are taking is CentOS 7 and configuration for the web VMC. It is this one and the default port is given 8081. Okay, and for the second one, the default port given is 8082. Okay, and you can see we are asking the virtual machine to give us any default ports between 8000 and 9000. Okay, if we are having these two ports as busy, then we are asking the VM to give us optional ports. Okay, got it? If it is not necessary, but we are just giving it so that we can be safe. Imagine 8082 is not correct or using some other services, then it will be in any other port and that will be given by the VM. Okay, so this is how we have configured the web and the TV machines. Okay, now let's go to the slide and you can see we have to up both the machines. You can see here Vagrant up. First validate the file. We can do one thing. I'll just go here and I'll say Vagrant validate. Whatever instructions are written in the Vagrant file should be correct. So you can use this Vagrant validate to check whether the instructions or the command, the YAML command is valid or not. You can see it is validated successfully. Okay, that means whatever is written here is absolutely correct and fine. There are no errors whatsoever. Okay, now we can write Vagrant up and automatically the two VMs, that is my web, you can see bringing up machine web and DB. You can see here, right? This is the web and this is the DB. So it becomes so easy, right? Just by using some simple commands, and you can see they are giving us the port numbers 8080 and 8081 like this. 8081. Got it? So now the web is coming up. See, web is coming up. After that, the DB will come up. So what I'll do, I will open the web here and what I will do, let it come up similarly, simultaneously. I again go to my D drive and go to Ansible demo. Sorry, CD Ansible demo. Okay, so CD Ansible hosts and let's check first of all. See, the web is still coming up. Let it come up. Then the DB will also come up. Then we'll go into both of them one by one. Now still the web is coming up. Let it come up. Guys, it is a little bit lengthy, but trust me, you have to understand and follow all the steps. Then it will be easy for you. Okay, every step will be given in the PPT. Don't worry about that. Still the web is coming up, and if I go to my virtual box, you can see, yep, you can see web has come up. Got it? So virtual box gives you an idea of which VM is running right now. You can stop it from here also. You can right click and stop it. That can be done. But I don't want that because we need to do some configuration management into this too. See, the DB is also running now. Go back here. It's see, DB is coming up. So both are coming up like this. Awesome, right? Let's wait for some time. We can do one thing. If web has already started, then we can SSH into the web. Okay, I'll say Vagrant SSH web. Let's go into the web VM. and if it is all good, then it will automatically connect into it. Yeah, you can see we are inside the web machine. Awesome. Now here in this one, let it finish, then I'll go into the DB machine also. Okay, so you can see that it is done. So let me SSH into the machine. This time it will be the DB machine. Okay, press enter. Yeah, this is awesome. So we are, see, let me clear the screen. We are inside the DB machine here. You can see, right? And in this one, we are inside the web machine. Let me clear this also. Awesome. See, we are in the web machine, we are in the DB machine, and also here we are in the controller machine. So I'll just clear the screen, and we are inside the Ansible project folder. Okay, now if I see ls, you can see I have hosts and I have playbook.yml. So this part is ready. Got it? So we have three VMs. In the controller machine, we have our host file and the playbook file. So I already have the content, but let me still go to the PPT to show you guys. Now I hope you are understanding. We are creating three VMs. You can see the host and the controller. Okay, the controller will actually run some instructions into the host machines. Okay, fine. After that, we can go into all the machines to check the IP addresses. So let's go to DB and say IP ADDR. You can see that we will have the IP. Remember 192.168 we had. So I'll show you here. See guys, this is 192.168.33.11. 11 was for the DB. Remember, this is the DB, and for the web it will be 10. So IP ADDR. You can see this is 10 here. Got it? So let me clear the screen, and as well let me clear the screen here. Okay. So this is my controller. This is my DB. This is my web. Okay. Let's go back to the this, and we saw the IP address. Now, guys, please remember. I'll tell you one very important thing. To connect from your controller to the host machines, we need to generate a key. See, SSH keygen. This is already done, but I will tell you the steps. What this is, when you do this, you can see here, it's given in the picture. When you do SSH keygen, it generates public keys. See, generating public private RSA key pair. Okay. This key is actually the key that will help you to access the host machines. So what you will do from these keys, you can see, I will tell you what to do actually. Go to the slash home SSH folder. Okay. So I'll show you here. Okay. In the Vagrant Ansible controller, I'll just cd dot dot, sorry, and I'll show you something here. Just see. We have to go inside this folder. Okay. Okay, we actually want to see this one actually, the public ID. So what I'll do, let me go back to the PPT to show you something again. So once we do the SSH keygen, some public and private IDs will be generated. So cd dot slash, okay, see, now we are inside that. So I was not writing the cd, sorry for that. So now if you say the contents ls, you can see I have authorized keys, I have ID RSA, I have ID RSA pub. Okay, so this is the public ID. So if you see the contents of ID RSA pub, or if you see the contents of the authorized keys, you can see there is a SSH ID like this. Okay, can you see this? And similarly, if I see the contents of CAT ID underscore rsa.pub, I can't see this. So it is the authorized keys one. Okay, even if you see this, this is the key actually. This key from the controller, you have to copy it and paste it into the other two, the DB and the web. So I have already done it. I'll show you here. I'll just cd into .ss folder, and if you see the content ls, you can see authorized keys. If I see the contents of authorized keys, you can see this has been copied. Okay, this part has been copied from here actually. If you see here, see, this is copied from here. Observe carefully guys, this has been copied. To copy this, you will need to know how to enter into this. For that, you have to use the VI editor. If you are well aware of Linux commands, then you will be easily aware of the VI editor. Okay. So use the VI editor. I will also give you a PDF on how to do that. Don't worry about that. For those who already know, that's fine. For those who don't know, I'll give you a simple PDF from which you can learn how to edit the contents of any data, any file. Because see guys, the problem is this is a virtual machine. I can't see it physically. So I have to work on it from the terminal only. So if you want to see, I can write like this. VI authorized keys, enter. See, I can see the content. I can go to insert mode, or maybe I can copy like this also. See, I can copy like this also. Fine. And then I can press escape, okay, colon W and Q. WQ is write and quit. I can only quit like this, no problem. If you see the content of authorized keys, it's not changed, same thing only, no problem. Okay, so our target is to copy this thing from the controller machine, the public key generated by using the this command, the SSH keygen, this thing, that you have to copy from here to here. This is done here. Similarly, I'll show here. I'll cd to .ssh folder here. If you see the cat authorized keys, you will see that same thing has been pasted here also. Okay, that is how we can actually go into this. Okay, sometimes there are other commands that you can use. See here, ssh copy id like this, but it will not work sometimes. So in that case, you can manually do it as I showed you. Okay, got it? See here, this content has been copied there. Fine. After copying them, what you can do is you can easily connect between the host and the controller machines. Okay, you can just write ssh vagrant at the address like this. Okay, let's see if we can or not. So now I'll show you some magic. This is my DB. So let me clear the screen. Okay, and let me clear the screen here also. So this is my DB machine, this is my web machine, and this is my controller machine. Let me clear the contents here also. And now what I'll do is I'll say SSH vagrant at the rate, that IP address I'll use 192.168.33.10. So I want to get into the web. Web is 10 and DB is 11. Okay, so press enter. Let's see if it can connect or not. See guys, from the controller machine, I have successfully entered the web machine. That is how we have actually connected. Did you understand? That's how you do a key generation and copy the authorized keys from the controller into the two machines. That is how you can. Okay, and you can log out also or exit also. If you exit, it will disconnect. Otherwise, if I say 1 1, it will go into the DB. See, it went into the DB from the controller. Got it? And now if I see ls, you can see, and if I say cd slash dot ssh, and if I say the contents of authorized keys, you will see that this is actually the authorized keys from the what? DB or the DB server. This is not actually this one. Got it? Now if I just exit, see, we logged out. Now we are inside the controller. Got it? Like this, we can do many changes in that. Okay. So I hope you have understood how to connect. Now let's go to the next part. Okay, very important. I'll clear the screen now. Fine. Now let's do CD and come out, and let's go back to the slides and see what next. Adding host and playbook file, we have already done that. Now let's see. You can see here, guys, in the host file, we have the option of edit. See, VI hosts. The VI editor helps you to edit them. Okay. And now we have written IP addresses. The IP addresses you can see, web server 192 this and the DB server like this. Let me go back and show you. Okay, here if I see ls, I'm inside Ansible project. Let me cd into Ansible project, and if I see ls, you have hosts and playbooks. So in the host, let me say cat hosts. You can see this is what is written here already. You can do it using the VI editor. Okay, because we cannot see them, we cannot touch them, we have to do it using the command line only, because they are virtual machines. I hope now you understand what do you mean by virtual machine, right? And let me again see the contents of the playbook.yml. In the playbook.yml, let me show you here. See, this is the content, and in the playbook.yml, let's do one thing before that. Let us see if it is connecting or not. This is the command. See, Ansible all -m ping -i hosts. Let's try to do that first. So before that, I'll just say Ansible all. See the command -m ping -i. -i stands for inventory and the hosts, which is your inventory file. This is the host file. Press enter. If everything is fine, you will get a green signal. That means we have successfully connected to both the DB and the web server. It will take some time. Let's wait and see. See, guys, success. We have successfully connected from the controller to the DB server and the web server, both of them. Okay, so they are absolutely fine. All good. So now let's go to the next part. Success. The same thing we got. So everything I am given in the PPT only. Don't have to worry. Now we have to update the playbook.yml file. You can see here there is a command. We are trying to install Apache Tomcat server. Okay, and the latest version. See, this is the syntax. This is the YAML syntax. Okay, if I go back to my playbook file, I'll show you now. Cat playbook.yml. You can see this is the syntax. Okay, the tasks are to install Apache and the latest version. The name is start Apache, start the service, install and also start the service. Okay, and enabled equal to true. This syntax and all you will find in the internet. Everywhere you will find it, guys. Don't have to worry. You don't have to remember them. Okay, this is what it is. Now we need to run this where? In the host machines. So got it? From the playbook, these instructions will be executed into the host machines, because earlier you can see we established the connection like this. Now in these two servers, the DB and the web will try to what? Will try to install. So now the command for that is Ansible playbook. Okay, you have to remember this -i hosts and where do you have the data or the tasks? It is there in the playbook.yml. This is the syntax. You can see Ansible playbook -i host playbook y.yml. Press enter and it will start installing. See, it is installing the web server Okay, now it says install Apache. Let's wait for some time. It might take some time. See, install Apache is done. Now it is starting Apache. What is it running? These are the names given. See, install Apache is the name and start Apache. First install Apache was happening. See this task, and now start Apache. And you can see everything worked fine. Now we need to validate. How to validate? Let's go to the PPT and see. You can see these are the IP addresses, right? And everything is fine here. Now you can see once the playbook has run, you can access the web servers by opening a web browser and navigating to the IP addresses of your web servers. Now first, let's go to a browser. Okay, this browser, and here let's remember the IP addresses. The IP addresses were, if you remember, it is 192.168.33.10 was the web. If you press, see guys, magic. We have the Apache Tomcat running here. Got it? This is the beauty. So we have successfully done configuration management using Ansible. From the controller machine, we have successfully installed Tomcat into our host machines. We have two host machines. This is the DB machine, sorry, the web machine. Now let's again copy this and paste this here, but this time I will write 1. This is for the web server. See, this is also working fine. And you can also check it by using the port numbers. So if I go to my Vagrant file here, you can see I had given port number. One was 8081, one was 8082. So we can also try like this. I say localhost 8081. This should also give me the data. See, same data is coming here. Got it? One more. I say localhost 8082. This should also have the servers. So got it? I hope you have understood this. And it is absolutely fine. Clear? Any doubts? Please ping them in the comment section. You might be getting doubts because it is a little bit intuitive. It's okay, no problem. Follow the PDF that I will be sharing and try to learn properly. Okay. So guys, with this we have completed the experiment number 7. Okay. Ansible configuration management. So what I'll do one thing. Let me finish this off. Let me save this. Close. Let me minimize this for the time being. Always remember, once you're done with your tasks, you have to actually close all the things. Okay, so that you have to remember, otherwise it will be a difficult problem. So let me open the manual and show you what we have actually done right now. My bad, it is. Yep, this is the manual here. And if you go to experiment number 7, actually I have not given it, so at least the syllabus is here, right? So you can see configuration management with Ansible, basics of Ansible. We have learned that inventory. What is that? What are playbooks and modules? Automating server configurations with playbooks, and so on. Writing and running a basic playbook. That we have done. We have done enough and more than that. Okay. So I hope now you have understood what is Ansible properly. Okay. With this, we have completed the experiment number 7. In the next video, we'll be completing the experiment number 8, which is CI/CD with Jenkins and Ansible. That will do. Okay, don't worry. So, and soon I'll be releasing the manual also for the next part, that is 7 to 12. So stay tuned for that also. If you have any doubts, guys, please make sure you post your doubts in the comment section. And also, if you like the video, don't forget to like it and share it with your friends and family. And last but not the least, if you really want more better content, please subscribe to our channel. So till the next time, this is Saurabh signing off. Bye bye and happy learning. Thank you.